Ladies and gentlemen, now we are awaiting the arrival of the Honorable Sports Minister, Government of West Bengal, and the Chief of Staff, Eastern Command.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Kumar Sahu in the Navy. Air Force. Air Force.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. May I request you to kindly settle down, please? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Lieutenant General Manoj Pandey, Ati Vises Seva Medal, General Officer Commanding in Chief, Eastern Command, I welcome Mr. Arup Biswas, Honorable Minister, Department of Power, Youth Service and Sports, Government of West Bengal, all the other dignitaries and the officers and our friends from the media for the curtain raiser ceremony of 130th edition of the Durand Cup 2021. This is indeed a momentous occasion for all of us as the City of Joy prepares to host the third oldest active football tournament of the world from 5th September to 3rd October 21. The first Durand Cup tournament was played in 1888. On this historic occasion, we are honored to have on the dais Mr. Arup Biswas, Honorable Minister, Department of Power, Youth Service and Sports, Government of West Bengal, Mr. Manoj Tiwari, Minister of State for Sports, Government of West Bengal, Lieutenant General Kamal Kumar Repswal, Sena Medal, Visis Seva Medal, Chief of Staff, Eastern Command, and also the Chairman of the Durand Cup Organizing Committee at Headquarters Eastern Command. We have Mr. Subrata Viswas, Additional Chief Secretary, Department of Youth Service and Sports, Government of West Bengal, Major General Narinder Singh, MGASC Eastern Command, as also the Vice Chairman of the Durand Cup Organizing Committee at Headquarters Eastern Command, Commodore Ritu Raj Sahu, Naval Officer in Charge West Bengal, and Group Captain S. Thokchom, the Station Commander, Advanced Headquarters Eastern Air Command. Durand Cup football is being conducted from 5th September to 3rd October 21, wherein 16 teams are participating. The 2021 edition will feature teams from both the Indian Super League and I-League, as also teams from the Tri-Service, that is the Indian Navy, Army and Air Force. The 16 teams have been divided into 4 groups, which will play with each other, followed by the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and the finals will be held on the 3rd of October 21. The 3 stadiums which are the venues, the Salt Lake Stadium, Kalyali Stadium, as also the Mohan Bagan ground. Ladies and gentlemen, before I start the proceedings for the day, let's have a look on a small video depicting the legacy of the Durand Cup. Can we have the AV, please?
In the finals of the Durand Cup.
The Durand Cup, the oldest and one of the most prestigious football tournaments in India. A bastion of tradition since 1888.
Deflection! Mandy will claim the goal!
An initiative of the armed forces. A battleground where the legends of football for this revered trophy. A stage where champions Amen.
To give out the sequence of the curtain raiser today, firstly we'll have the MGASC, the Vice Chairman of the Durand Cup Organizing Committee at Eastern Command, followed by the Additional Chief Secretary, followed by the Chief of Staff Eastern Command, and then we'll have the Honorable Sports Minister addressing the gathering. The MGASC, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are all aware that the 129th edition of the Durand Cup, held in August 2019, was the first time that this tournament was held at the Mecca of Indian football, as well as the city of joy, Kolkata. The overwhelming response to the 129th edition, not only from the people of Kolkata, but from all the stakeholders, that is the teams, the All India Football Federation, the Indian Football Association West Bengal, the sponsors, and above all, the government of West Bengal, set the stage for the cup to be conducted in an excellent manner. The overwhelming response that we got in this cup set the stage for the next edition, that is the 130th edition, also to be conducted at Kolkata. And it gave a tremendous fillip to the efforts of the armed forces to restore the legacy and the glory of the Durand Cup. The COVID pandemic, however, came as a force majeure incident which was beyond our control. It severely impacted not only the conduct of sports in the country, but all facets of our lives. And because of this reason, this tournament could not be conducted in 2020. However, the passion with which the case for the conduct of the tournament was pursued has finally borne fruits. And hence, even when the specter of the third wave is still looming in the horizon, we have finally reached the stage when the opening match is now scheduled to be held few days away, that is on 5th of September. The same has been feasible not only due to the personal interest taken by the Chief of the Defence Staff, but also the solid support extended by the Honorable Chief Minister of West Bengal. The COVID-19 constraints have impacted the conduct of the Durand Cup in many ways. Not only the participation of the teams, the timing of the match, the conduct protocols, all have been affected, but it is with great satisfaction and pride to note that even in the face of these immense constraints, the tournament is now going ahead and is perhaps one of the first tournaments being conducted with the COVID protocols in the country. As already told you, the tournament is being played in a format similar to the 130th edition, except that for this time, we are also having 4 quarter-final matches, which will further ensure that the best team comes up for the finals and the semi-finals. The organizing committee has gone into great details to ensure that the tournament is conducted in a manner befitting its stature and history, and that the 130th Cup will take another firm step in restoring the legacy of this great tournament. Thank you.
Now may I request Mr. Subrata Biswas, Additional Chief Secretary, Department of Youth Service and Sports, Government of West Bengal, to kindly address the gathering.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a matter of great honor to co-partner with Indian Army organizing the legendary Durand Cup. And both sides have been communicating and coordinating seamlessly. So far, our preparation for the legendary league has been good. Our rehearsals are on. I'm sure in days to come, we will do the things as it has been done in the past and might be much better. We are putting in place the infrastructure, upgrading it, and so it is. And in the coordination, I must thank our Honorable MIC, who has been taking stock of the situation on a daily basis and been guiding us and advising us. Thank you.
Now may I request Lieutenant General Kamal Kumar Repswal, Sena Medal, Visesh Seva Medal, Chief of Staff, Eastern Command, and Chairman of the Durand Cup Organizing Committee at Eastern Command, to kindly address the gathering.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all. You are all aware that today we have gathered here for the first press brief for the conduct of the 130th edition of Durand Cup. Most of you are fully aware that Durand is the oldest football tournament in Asia and the third oldest in the world. It's only the English Cup and the Scottish Cup are older than the Durand Cup. The cup was started in 1888 by Sir M.H. Durand, who was the Foreign Secretary of the Government of India at that time at Shimla. Ever since its inception in 1888, the tournament has been conducted each year by the services except for the two world wars. Somewhere in 47 to 50, there were efforts to move this cup to Pakistan, which was strongly resisted by the three chiefs and then the then Defense Secretary, and ensured that the cup stays in India. The cup from 1888 till about 1939 was conducted in Shimla. The population of Shimla got so much attached to this event that in 1903, a trophy was instituted by the contribution from the population of Shimla, which is known as the Shimla Trophy, and is being presented each year. It's a rolling trophy. It was only in 1914, once when the cup was moved to Goa by the then late Honorable Defence Minister, Mr. Manoj Parrikar. 2015, the tournament could not be held. 2016, they held it in Delhi. But in 2017, the then Chief of Army Staff and the present Chairman, Chief of Defence Staff, that is General Bipin Rawat, took a very, a landmark decision, where he felt that when you talk of football in the country means Calcutta, and it's rightly known as the football capital of India. So in 2017, he decided to move this tournament to Kolkata. Somehow it was a late part and they could not get a slot in 2017. Efforts are on to revive it in 2018. Somehow it didn't work out. So the 129th edition was held in Kolkata in 2019. The kind of response the tournament got in Calcutta, the tremendous amount of support that the state government gave to us. In fact, I must mention it, that it was every department of the state government which went out of the way to ensure that this event becomes a success. In fact, you'll be glad that during my presentation to the Chief of Defence Staff on 7th of July, when I mentioned him, he told me, he said he was very happy that the 129th edition was done at a very high standard. So I told him that it is basically because of the love for the football by this city of joy, plus the kind of support that we received from the state government. And it was my first meeting. In fact, I joined here in Calcutta on 16th April. And the first meeting I chaired on Durand Cup was on 26th April. So you can imagine the importance that this event had for us. And it was during that meeting when the representatives of All India Football Federation and IFA West Bengal told me that we must look up a case and ensure that the cup is conducted here for a reasonable good time so the teams can prepare and all facilities can accordingly be built up. So that's for in July when we went and gave a presentation to the CDS, we gave this point, and you'll all be very happy that for the next 5 years, football, that means Durand Cup, will be conducted in Kolkata. Now the Durand Cup is conducted under the Durand Football Tournament Society. It is a registered society at Delhi, where the Chief of Defence Staff is the president of this society. All the three chiefs, that is Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Air Staff and Chief of Naval Staff, are the co-chairmen. and they host of around 30 to 40 members. The society is registered at Delhi. So during this presentation to the DFTS chaired by CDS on 7 July, this decision has been given. And I'm very hopeful the kind of response and the way this tournament has been conducted in 2019 and the kind of support that we have got from the state government for this 130th edition, I'm sure that people will find it very difficult to move out Durand Cup from Calcutta. This is the only tournament, ladies and gentlemen, where the winner walks up with 3 trophies. We have the Durand Trophy, we have the President's Cup, which was given by the first President of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and the third I told you was the Shimla Trophy. So the winner carries all these things, out of which the President's Cup, the winner retains with it, and the Durand Cup and the Shimla Trophy are rolling trophies. Now, 129th edition, there were efforts and they ensured that the top football clubs of the country, that is top teams of ISL and I-League, took part in this event. Therefore, during this year also, we have made our efforts to get all the top teams from ISL and I-League. We are aware that 2 of the main teams which we have tried our level best, that is East Bengal and ATK Mohun Bagan, we were very keen that they play, but somehow things were beyond both the teams. ATK Mohun Bagan is taking part in AFC. They have qualified for AFC. We are really very proud, and Calcutta must be very proud of them. And though I kept on speaking to them, but finally they said, event of Durand's stature, no club wants to field a second-strung team. So that's why we finally did not ensure it, though we were very keen, and the Honorable Sports Minister kept on telling me that I must get after them and ensure that they play. We are glad that the issues of East Bengal have got resolved and they will be taking part in the ISL and hopefully for the next year Durand. This year for Durand we have got total of 16 teams. So you have seen that for the 130th edition, we have got 5 ISL teams, 3 I-League teams, 2 I-League 2 division teams, and 6 teams from the services and the paramilitary forces, which includes the Army Red, Army Green, Navy, Air Force, CRPF, and Assam Rifle Team. Ladies and gentlemen, the conduct of the tournament and the efforts put in by the services should leave no doubt in the mind of anybody about our intention of developing football or sports in the country. Recently conducted Olympics have shown you that there's been a major contribution by the sportsperson from the Indian Army. Conduct of the 130th edition for us is very, very special because this event is being conducted during the year of Swarnam Vijay Varsh. I'm sure you're all aware that 2021 is being celebrated in the whole country as the Swarnam Vijay Varsh. This is the 50th year of victory over Pakistan in 1971 operations and creation of Bangladesh. We were very keen. We got permission from All India Football Federation also to get 2 football teams of Bangladesh. 2 teams had confirmed to us. We had tied up everything. But unfortunately, because of the COVID pandemic in Bangladesh, which is right now on peak, these teams had to drop out at the last moment. Our efforts are on that on successive tournaments, we'll like to have more number of teams. Probably this time also we were planning that we may have one or two of the groups playing at Siliguri. And finally, we may have a pre-quarter final, a quarter final. For the main matches, we want all these teams to getting back to Calcutta. Finals and will always be held in Calcutta. We are sure that this tournament will be very keenly watched, and not only unfortunately because of COVID we have got a restriction on the spectators, but we will see how the situation move out in the next about 15-20 days. But I'm sure this will be keenly watched. The tournament is being covered streaming on Adda Times, and for the semi-finals and finals, in fact even for the opening semi-finals and finals, we are in touch with Sony TV to cover it, and we are sure that we will be able to get it covered by Sony. A large number of our national players actually have emerged from taking part in Durand. Durand is one tournament where a lot of new players get a chance to, and it is something like your IPL. New cricket players, they get spotted during the IPL and they get a chance for it. I'm sure the people of Calcutta will enjoy this for the next 1 month, and I wish you all the very best. And before I conclude, I'd like to once again convey my personal thanks from myself as well as the Army Commander for the kind of tremendous support that we have received from the Government of West Bengal and the Sports Minister. We are also grateful to All India Football Federation and IFA West Bengal, who were totally cooperative and came out in full support in this venture. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor for all of us that the Honorable Sports Minister, Mr. Arup Biswas, is amongst us for this historic occasion of the curtain raiser of the Durand Cup. Now may I request Mr. Arup Biswas, Honorable Minister for Department of Power, Youth Service and Sports, Government of West Bengal, to kindly address the gathering.
নমস্কার, আমি বাংলায় বলি, সুবিধা হবে সবার। প্রথমেই আমি চেয়ারম্যান ডুরান্ড কাপ তাকে অভিনন্দন জানাই, এবং যারা সিনিয়র অফিসিয়াল ফ্রম আর্মি এবং আমাদের যুব কল্যাণ এবং ক্রীড়া দপ্তরের পরিবারের সকলে, এসিএস সহ সবাইকে অভিনন্দন জানাই যে আমরা যৌথভাবে এশিয়ার প্রাচীনতম এবং ওয়ার্ল্ডের থার্ড ওল্ডেস্ট ডুরান্ড টুর্নামেন্ট আমরা একসঙ্গে করতে চলেছি। আমরা অভিনন্দন জানাই রাজ্যের মাননীয় মুখ্যমন্ত্রী মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায়কে। তিনি আর্মির সঙ্গে কথা বলে এত সুন্দর একটা টুর্নামেন্টের ব্যবস্থা তিনি করে দিয়েছেন, এবং সর্বতভাবে আমাদের সরকার আমরা যৌথভাবে এই টুর্নামেন্টকে সফল করার চেষ্টা করছি। আপনারা আগেই শুনেছেন যে এই টুর্নামেন্ট শুরু হচ্ছে আগামী 5ই সেপ্টেম্বর যুবভারতী ক্রীড়াঙ্গন থেকে, এবং টুর্নামেন্টের ফাইনাল হচ্ছে 3rd অক্টোবর, সেটাও হবে যুবভারতী ক্রীড়াঙ্গনে। 16টি দল অংশগ্রহণ করছে এবং 4টি গ্রুপে খেলছে। আপনারা যদি গ্রুপগুলো জানতে চান সেটা আমি বলে দিতে পারি। গ্রুপ এতে আছে মোহামেডান স্পোর্টিং ক্লাব, সিআরপিএফ, ইন্ডিয়ান এয়ারফোর্স আর বেঙ্গালুরু ইউনাইটেড। গ্রুপ বিতে আছে জামশেদপুর এফসি, সুবেদার দিল্লি এফসি, এফসি গোয়া, আর্মি গ্রিন। গ্রুপ সিতে আছে দিল্লি এফসি, বেঙ্গালুরু এফসি, ইন্ডিয়ান নেভি, কেরালা ব্লাস্টার্স। গ্রুপ ডিতে আছে আসাম রাইফেলস, আর্মি রেড, গোকুলাম কেরালা আর হায়দ্রাবাদ এফসি। মোট ম্যাচ হচ্ছে 31টি, 31। বিবেকানন্দ যুব ভারতী ক্রীড়াঙ্গনে ম্যাচ হবে 14টি, কল্যাণী ক্রীড়াঙ্গনে হবে 8টি এবং মোহনবাগান মাঠে হবে 9টি। আমাদের চেয়ারম্যান ডুরান্ড কাপ তিনি বলছিলেন যে ইস্টবেঙ্গল মোহনবাগান খেলতে পারছে না, কারণ আমরা যেটা ইতিহাস ঘেটে দেখছি যে ইস্টবেঙ্গল এবং মোহনবাগান যৌথভাবে প্রায় দুজনেই 16 বার ডুরান্ড কাপ চ্যাম্পিয়ন হয়েছে। মোহনবাগান এফসি কাপ খেলছে, ইস্টবেঙ্গল একটা সমস্যার মধ্যে ছিল, সেটা কাটিয়ে ওঠা গেছে, ফলে ইস্টবেঙ্গল এবং মোহনবাগান খেলছে না। এটা অত্যন্ত আনন্দের যে মোহামেডান স্পোর্টিং খেলছে, যারা দুবার ডুরান্ড কাপ চ্যাম্পিয়ন হয়েছে, একবার 1940 সালে আর একবার 2013 সালে। তারা দুবার চ্যাম্পিয়ন হয়েছে, তারা এই টুর্নামেন্টে খেলছে। ফলে আমরা সবাই চাই একটা সুন্দর টুর্নামেন্ট, এবং এই টুর্নামেন্টের যে গুরুত্ব কত বিশাল সেটা আজকে আমাদের এই প্রেস কনফারেন্স দেখলেই বোঝা যাচ্ছে। এত প্রেসের মানুষ আমি কোনো টুর্নামেন্টের আগে স্পোর্টসে দেখিনি। তো আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে টুর্নামেন্টের গুরুত্ব এবং টুর্নামেন্ট যে খুব ভালোভাবে চলবে এবং এটার যে এত ভালো ভালো টিম এসছে তার খেলা আমরা দেখব, সেটা প্রেসের লোকেরাই দায়িত্ব নিয়ে মানুষকে জানাবেন। এবং আমি চাইবো আপনারা প্রতিদিন যুব ভারতীতে আসুন এবং আপনারা খেলা দেখুন। আমাদের সরকার যেহেতু 50% ক্যাপাসিটি অফ দি স্টেডিয়াম অ্যালাউ করেছেন, কিন্তু প্যান্ডামিকের জন্য আমাদের টুর্নামেন্ট কমিটি আমরা প্রথম অল্প অল্প করে দর্শককে আমরা সুযোগ দেব। যদি দেখি যে সব ঠিকঠাক আছে তাহলে আমাদের 50%ই আমরা শেষের দিকে গিয়ে অ্যালাউ করব, যেহেতু গভর্নমেন্টের নর্মস রয়েছে 50% অফ দি ক্যাপাসিটিতে স্টেডিয়ামে খেলা করা যাবে। এইটুকুই ছিল। আর একটা বড় অ্যানাউন্সমেন্ট আছে, সেটা আমি চেয়ারম্যান সাহেবকেই করতে বলবো, সেটা উনি করলে ভালো হয়। তারপর যদি আপনাদের কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকে তাহলে আমরা নিশ্চয়ই উত্তর দেবো। দেখুন, সবটাই তো ডিপেন্ড করে পরিবেশ পরিস্থিতির ওপরে। আমরা কি কোনোদিনও ভেবেছিলাম যে আমাদের হাফ মুখ দেখা যাবে, মাস্ক পরতে হবে? আমরা কি কোনোদিনও ভেবেছিলাম যে আমাদের থেকে মানুষের শারীরিক দূরত্ব অনেকটা রাখতে হবে? তো অনেক কিছুই ডিপেন্ড করে পরিবেশ পরিস্থিতির উপরে। প্যান্ডামিক আছে তাই আমরা এইভাবে চলছি। ইস্টবেঙ্গল আজকে তাদের সমস্যা ছিল, তারা কাটিয়ে উঠেছেন। মোহনবাগান এফসি কাপ খেলছে, আজকে মোহনবাগান জিতলেও বাংলার নাম হবে, দেশের নাম হবে। সবটাই তো সবাইকে ঘিরে। তাই সবাইকে নিয়ে যখন খেলবো তখনও যেরকম পরিস্থিতি, এখনো আমার মনে হয় সবাই মিলে একসঙ্গেই আছি। ইস্টবেঙ্গল মোহনবাগানেরও পূর্ণ সমর্থন এই টুর্নামেন্টে থাকবে। আর কারুর কোনো? হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ।
Ladies and gentlemen, now the forum is open.
মাঠে কোন ফটোগ্রাফার? যা নর্মস আমাদের আছে, যারা ফটোগ্রাফার তারা তো মাঠে থাকেন, আর যারা এমনি ইলেকট্রনিক্স বা আদার্স ইলেকট্রনিক্স আমরা প্রথম কিছু ম্যাচে তো অ্যালাউ করবো, আমি কথা বলে নেবো টুর্নামেন্ট কমিটির সঙ্গে। কিন্তু যখন যখন সোনি টিভি দেখাবে তখন তো কাউকে অ্যালাউ করা যাবে না। কিন্তু যতক্ষণ আমরা সেইভাবে দেখাতে না পাচ্ছি আমরা ইলেকট্রনিক্স মিডিয়াকে অ্যালাউ করবো। বলেন, গ্রাউন্ডে তো আপনারা ছিলেন, যেরকম যা নর্মসে আছে সেই গ্রাউন্ড থাকবেন। আমি এটা কথা বলে নেবো, কেন এটা আমাদের সব টুর্নামেন্টই হয় যে স্টিল ফটোগ্রাফার তারা মাঠে থাকেন। আমি টুর্নামেন্ট কমিটির সঙ্গে কথা বলবো।
বলছি যে এই ডুরান্ড কাপ আমরা সবসময় জানতাম যে দিল্লির টুর্নামেন্ট দিল্লিতে বেশি হয়, কিন্তু 2019 হয়েছে, আগামী 5 বছর এই কলকাতাতেই হবে বলছেন। তো আপনি অ্যাজ এ স্পোর্টস মিনিস্টার, এটা আপনার কাছে এত বড় একটা ঐতিহ্যশালী টুর্নামেন্ট এখানে আসছে, এটা কতটা গর্বের?
অবশ্যই। কলকাতায় যে বড় টুর্নামেন্ট হলে এটা আমাদের ক্রীড়া দপ্তর, আমাদের সরকার, আমাদের মুখ্যমন্ত্রী তাদের প্রয়াস। এবং এখানে আমি বিশেষভাবে ধন্যবাদ জানাবো আর্মি অফিসিয়ালদের, যে তারা সর্বতভাবে চেষ্টা করছেন ডুরান্ডকে কলকাতায় নিয়ে আসার এবং কলকাতায় আগামী 5 বছর করার। এটা আমরা যৌথভাবেই করছি। এটা একার কারুর গর্বের নয়, এটা বাংলার গর্বের, এটা দেশের গর্বের এবং সবারই গর্বের যে একটা ভালো ওল্ডেস্ট টুর্নামেন্ট, এশিয়ার ওল্ডেস্ট টুর্নামেন্ট, ওয়ার্ল্ডের 3rd লার্জেস্ট টুর্নামেন্ট, ওয়ার্ল্ড টুর্নামেন্ট, সেটাকে আমরা একসঙ্গে করতে পারছি।
Yeah, Mr. Ratswal, when we talk about the first civilian team to win the Durand Cup, we talk about modern sporting, but we forget Captain Harnam Singh, the person who officiated that match, and 2 British linesmen refused to officiate under him. So, would you like to institute any sort of award in the name of Captain Harnam Singh, who officiated that 1940 Durand Cup? And my second question is that you have a Mission Olympics wing, and you have more potentials in rowing and equestrian. So Would you like to start any sort of wing here in Eastern Command to train aspiring that sports person? The first thing about Captain Harnam Singh.
Sir, sorry to, sir will take the first question, which is pertaining to the Durand Cup, if you don't mind. So the first question on the Durand Cup referee, the first final.
Yeah, okay, absolutely no problem. We can examine it, and there is no harm. We can start some minor prize can be included for them. A very very positive suggestion. We can take it on. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's why we have said that presently we are planning to have it without spectators. Depending on the situation, if the situation improves, the state government has permitted 50% spectators, we may review it. But as of now, to start with, the players and that particular area, there will be total strict code protocols will be followed. No, see, the day we decide to permit spectators, we will start the system of ticketing. Yes. If we open it for spectators, we will be with ticketing. Otherwise, entry to the stadium and the playing areas is strictly as per passes. Yes. Not yet. We are really not sure whether we will be able to open it. Everybody is talking of the third wave. They were saying in September. Now I don't know when the third wave comes. So we will see about 15-20 days, and later part we may, starting from maybe from quarterfinals and semi-finals, if situation permitting and the state government is on board, we may start that. As of now, it is very difficult for us to commit anything on ticketing and the number of spectators that can be permitted there.
Any question from?
Any more questions?
Okay, no question.
Okay, gentlemen, if there's no questions, then I must conclude, and you'll all be very glad to know that the Honorable Chief Minister, Ms. Mamata Banerjee, has kindly consented to come for the opening inauguration of this tournament and the opening match on 5th September at 15:30 hours, Salt Lake Stadium. Thank you very much.
Now may I request the Honorable Ministers and the Chief of Staff, Eastern Command, as well as the other officers and dignitaries on the dais to kindly proceed to the victory veranda for the photograph with the trophies, as also with the football. As also will request the media personnels to kindly move to the veranda. After the photograph, the tea will be held on the other side of the Army Officers Institute, and all